my whole thing about the Kobe slander, I don't know how close you've been following it. It's just that the whole foundation of my argument for me is that I'm not one of these guys that's elevated Kobe since he's passed away.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Kobe's the GOAT. I don't think he's a top three player all time. Love Kobe, but he is a replica of Jordan. It's hard when the guy's almost a splitting image replica of somebody, and there's still a poor version of that for me to elevate them into even a top five all time.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just I don't think some of these guys like Gilbert and Tracy McGrady, and I'm a T Mac fan.
Mm-hmm.
I watched T Mac play 30 plus games when he was with the Orlando Magic in person with my own eyes. Watched him drop 63, watched him the Christmas game go off versus LeBron. Like I saw those games in person, in the lower bowl. Like I'm a T Mac guy through and through. Up until Paolo came into the league, Tracy McGrady was my favorite basketball player that I watched with my own eyes of all time. But I do not believe if Kobe was still alive that they would be saying the things that they're saying about Kobe.
Yeah.
I just feel like Kobe would shut it down. First of all, I feel like respect why they wouldn't even say it because they know Kobe would have a strong enough rebuttal and just his alpha male attitude. Kobe wouldn't go for it,
Mm-hmm.
and he would shut it down if they did have the balls to stay it.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But
All right. So next kind of fantasy topic
mm,
is top. I talked about this a lot of gym talk, barbershop talk. Um, top 10 fantasy football players going into this year.
if you want me to be honest, there's only one quarterback in my top 10, and that's going to be Lamar.
Okay.
As far as I don't think Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen are the level they are with the legs anymore to really get you those fantasy points to be in the top 10. Like, I think they can,
Yeah.
but I feel like they are more in a team kind of environment. Like, without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens aren't the Ravens. Am I making sense? Like, are you tracking what I'm saying?
Well, I put Patrick Mahomes in his own category
Yes.
because I think Lamar, Jaden, Josh, and Jalen are
Mm-hmm.
all legitimately at different levels dual threat quarterback, especially because Josh has so many rushing touchdowns. And whether
He
they're touch
does.
push and all that, like that still factors in. So I think those are only the true four legitimate dual threat. If you want to throw in a Justin Fields or whatever in there.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that, but I think do you take Josh Allen off the Bills and they're drafting first 5 years in a row?
Yeah, no, there's
No.
no shit. Like, yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Like, but to me, Lamar's the only one in the top 10.
Well, this
And
is your
I,
top 10. I'm not going to argue with
yeah,
you on your top
yeah, no.
10.
So, and I pulled up a list of like all like NFL. Like, I pulled up like a fantasy list. The next guy and this is in no order, but is definitely going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. With all the all-purpose yards that he gets for the Lions. And then I would take Saquon with the Eagles, 100%. You can't not take Saquon with the Eagles. I would take Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. So what does that give me? Five? I'm at five right now. Um, Go ahead and give me Bucky Irving because I think Bucky Irving is going to be a stud this year in fantasy. It's my kind of hot take. I think a healthy Puka Nakua is going to be in that as well. It pains me because he was shit for me last year, but I want to say Amon-Ra St. Brown. But I think he is. I don't think you can put Christian McCaffrey in that list anymore. I'm trying to think of who else I had on there.
Yeah, two more.
I'm trying to think of the other guys that I had, and I can't think of them. I know it was a running back and a wide receiver because I didn't have another quarterback when we were talking about this that popped into my head. I mean, okay, go ahead and give me Jaden McDaniels. I'll throw him into the top 10. And then I will also take. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can put him in there. I don't think he's good enough. But I want to say Drake London, but I don't think he's in the top 10, but I want to say Drake London because
Yeah.
he is. I mean, dude, he put up numbers last year. It felt like every time like I looked at the damn our league, he was putting up numbers.
Yeah. And I think he's actually going to do significantly better with Michael Penix throwing to him versus Kirk Cousins.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're actually gonna. That's one thing we're gonna do like an all fantasy football show leading into the year.
But yes.
We'll probably do like two. We'll probably do one when preseason starts, and then one right before the season, right when everybody's drafting their teams, or right around when everybody's drafting their teams. I like your list. I like Bucky Irving as a bold pick.
Yeah.
There's always a couple running backs that come out of absolutely nowhere.
Mhm.
There's going to be a rookie who is a top 10, if not top 6 or 7 running back this year. If not top 5 running, there's going to be one rookie that is a top 5 running back this year. There is
Yeah.
almost every year.
Every year.
So I'm going to go in no order. I'm going to go Lamar and Jaden.
Uh-huh.
Jalen just is probably just going to miss my list, but I actually like Jalen probably more this year than I did last year. I think Saquon, I mean, history again and again and again and again and again tells us guys rush for 2,000 yards. There's a precipitous drop off the following year. And it happened even with Derrick Henry when he had 2,000 yards. So and Saquon is not a great catching running back, which I think hurts him. He's good. He's solid, actually. And he doesn't pass block all that great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Jaden
Uh
Lamar,
huh.
Bijan, who I'm surprised you didn't say. Uh,
That's a good one.
I think Jameer is going to flourish because I think Montgomery's going to get even less touches now that Ben Johnson. I think they're going to ride Jameer Gibbs,
But yeah.
and Montgomery is just going to be giving Jameer Gibbs breathers whenever he needs it. CD, he's
Okay.
got pickers next to him. He's no more double teams. Dak stays healthy, better offensive line. Defense is okay, but it's going to have to score a lot of points. Jamar, Justin Jefferson. What about 7? I'm going to say this. I don't think he's gonna. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is gonna be a top guy. He's gonna have number 2, Trevor Lawrence, but he has a better offensive play caller, and I think Tank Bigsby. Is it Tank Big? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Bigsby.
Tank
Yep.
Bigsby is gonna be a top 10 running back this year. And they still got Travis Etienne as their backup running back. Uh,
There's two that I wish I would have looked over here to see, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm at 8.
You're at 8. Yep.
I think because he's still playing alongside a perennial MVP, I got to go Derrick Henry.
Okay. Last one.
I think if he stays healthy, no suspension, Rasheed Rice.
Okay.
Because Rasheed
That's
Rice in 4 games last year was, I think, 3rd in fantasy points behind Chase and Justin Jefferson. Because Justin Jefferson got a scorching start last year with nobody
yeah.
expecting Sam Darnold to be like that. So I think the Chiefs are going to have a top 3 offense this year, and Rasheed Rice is going to be heading that storm. And there's going to be if everybody starts the year healthy, there's going to be no way to double team anybody on the Chiefs offense if Hollywood and Xavier Worthy are there.
So I like your 10. I do like your 10. You hit the top 5 on I'm on Fantasy Pros.
Yeah.
You knocked out the top 5. You actually knocked out the top 7. And then you took we both did, but they got Lamar as 26th overall right now.
Yeah.
And then we also took Jaden, which was 30, and then you took Rasheed Rice, who they got as 41. Now the 2 that I were thinking of was Lad McConkey.
Yeah, I argued in his favor this year.
Yeah, Lad McConkey.
Wait, before you say the next one.
Okay.
I have a running bet for a pair of Jordans with Andre, and I have another brewing bet with somebody else in the gym, and I won't say what it is because I don't want to jinx it.